Hello, my Libra Intuitors. Thank you so much for stopping by the Intuit Cafe and taking a look at your reading for the last half of the month of December, from December 15th through 31st. And I'm going to be taking a look at a little Lenormand card spread that will give us some overall kind of context and information about the situation, and then we'll pull a bunch of tarot cards to get some deeper insights into what's going on here. So without any further ado, let me go ahead and get started here. So this little spread here is, let me kind of adjust the color here. There we go. So this little spread here is, we're going to start with the card right in the middle. We have a man. So this could be you, or it could be a love interest of yours that you're watching, or your counterpart here. And what's going on with him is that there's a lot of confusion and uncertainty regarding a home situation or work. The house can represent work. If we saw some other work cards in the spread, or if you knew specifically that it had to do with his work situation, but usually it's about the home. And so the clouds, obscuring things and not being able to see things clearly. There's something he's not clearly seeing about his home situation here. And then on the other hand, we have the moon and the mountain, which the moon is about an invitation to go abroad. And so it could be about travel. And it really also can be just talking about that a distance is needed in order for some situation to clear. And because we have the home being clouded right now, and the mountain and the moon can talk about deep emotional issues. And so there could be an emotional blockage, or someone being emotionally cold and distant, and there is a need for him to take his distance right now in order to change his perspective and get a better understanding of the situation that's happening. So let's go ahead and take a look at see what tarot has to tell us about the situation, and see if we can get some more information and insights on that. I'm going to move those up so we have a little more space. Also, if you have any questions or comments, or just, I should say questions, if you would like some more clarification, please comment in the comment section below, write your question, and I will pull some cards. I really love the Lenormand for really getting some good specific. You can just pull 2 cards and get really quick specific answer on something. I've always also been quite surprised at how Spirit seems to find a way to pull the right cards out that really speak to the situation at hand. And I'm really enjoying working with the Lenormand cards. So I'm going to have some questions here. Over here we'll do some cards about what's going on in that home situation that he doesn't know or see, or he's not aware of, he doesn't understand. And then over here we're going to have some cards about why is this distance needed at this time. It's telling me distance is needed because of the trouble at home, but I guess no, this is going to be more like an outcome when he is taking his distance here. When I feel like for some of you, this is a love counterpart who's not been talking to you right now, and it is because he's got something going on in his home situation that is, you're not aware of it. You don't really see what's happening, but it is causing him confusion, and it really is absorbing all of his time and attention. And so that could be what's happening there. So let's go ahead and take a look at what was going on here at home. Waiting for something, resistance, and standing his ground. And I do want some more cards for here to see what that is all about. Standing their ground. Somebody is waiting for something. Somebody has been wondering about what's really going on here. I'm going to see if I can change the exposure. What is better here? Someone has been wondering when something will really pay off. And it could be that same person has been resistant to something, or maybe he's resisting, the man might be resisting the woman in his life, so she's wondering, what's going on with all of that. And the Nine of Wands is somebody who really just kind of dug in their heels, and it's being stubborn and not wanting to move. And the Seven of Wands is resisting, so this is more passive, this is more active, but to me they kind of have a very similar type of energy. And there is a lot of holding on to something here. So in the home front, in the home situation, somebody has been holding on very tightly to something and not wanting to let go. And so there has been resistance to, I just feel like an overall kind of stuckness here that is happening in that situation. I do have 6 of Cups come up, so I feel like someone here is definitely in a soulmate kind of relationship. I feel like it could be a karmic soulmate connection here because that this person is in with what's happening here at home. That it could be that this soulmate karmic marriage, likely because it is about a home here, has served its course. It's run its course, and it's time for it's apparent from what's happening here that change is needed. And whether that change is, I mean, I always believe that change is happening. We don't always know exactly how, and we may not see it at the moment. So if we're looking at a snapshot at this particular time frame, I don't know if we're actually seeing the change occur yet, but we're definitely seeing this separation, this going within, and we do have communication eventually coming up here because the King of Swords does show up, although that could also be you, Libra. But we also have the Four of Swords, so that is kind of that going within. And also, there's a consideration of a lifestyle change here that could include some travel, and maybe somebody is taking that change, that travel, that distance in order to go within and really take a look at what's going on with themselves in here. And the Page of Pentacles could be the offer, as well as kind of, oh, did I have that upside down? As coming into a realization of something. The Page of Pentacles understands the value of what he has, or is just coming into the understanding of the value of what he has. So maybe that's kind of part of what's being processed here by this person. Let's pull up some more cards here because I'm still not getting a really clear picture of a whole lot of what's happening. Yeah, we have Hierophant and the Eight of Cups. So there is a marriage here, and there is a need to move on out of that situation. There's, what maybe is unclear to him right now with the clouds in the home is just, maybe it's not clear to him that is what needs to happen, or maybe he's not clear about how to go about making that happen. But there's going to be some distance here for a while, and I do feel like that distance does help in the long run. The holding on, the being stuck, the waiting, the resistance, all of that going on over here is what's happening in that home situation. And overall, it's just a karmic love situation that's already served its purpose. We have, there's a marriage here, but it's time for moving on from that. So I would just like to see an outcome. Seeing a lot of picture of what's needed here. What is the likely outcome of this? When he takes his time away and, he goes and he has that space and he goes within and he's thinking for, what to do, what's going to happen here. Well, I just have the Nine of Swords. So we have more mental anguish. He's really a lot of mental anguish about this. But then I have the Six of Wands come out. I was asking for, what's an outcome here for this situation, and I have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is somebody who kind of has a renewed passion for something and ready to move forward from something. I think it's a very different energy than we have here. Communication does come into play, though, because the King of Wands does speak his truth. So I do feel like that is this person, this man here, is, whether that's you or someone else that you're involved with in some way. He is going to, like, the time away, the separation, the going within, or the traveling abroad, or whatever that he does, is going to give him the ability to speak his truth. And the truth does get spoken, and there's forward movement in with renewed passion. I feel like right now there's been a real lack of passion here in this situation. There's kind of been, there's kind of like passion in this, the Seven of Wands and the Nine of Wands are energy, passion, fire signs as well. But I feel like they've been kind of more stuck because we've had the waiting and we've had the holding on and have the digging in at the heels and then some resistance, and I think it's just been kind of a stuck energy. So over here it's nice to see this coming forward. So it does look like there's a positive outcome. I just have a feeling, and actually I haven't done this for any of my other cards yet, or any of my other readings, but I just want to pull a time frame up. So, because I kind of just, this feels pretty stagnant to me. I wouldn't really expect to see a lot of movement within the next 2 weeks as the time frame. I have transformation, I have death. That would be the Scorpio, so that's an awfully long time from now, so I'm not so sure if that, is what it will be for some people. The Five of Pentacles, I think is, could give, like, it's kind of slow moving, maybe up to 5 months. that, you know, for some people we will see a change. 5 is about change. Maybe we'll see a change within 5 months. Pentacles usually talks about months. My timing also for these kinds of things, I've never felt it's all that accurate, because the energies, this is talking about where the energies are right now, and it really is up to each person. There's always, you know, free will is at play here, and so, you know, at whatever pace they begin to move through things, they have their choices to make. You have your choices to make. If this is you can move through it much more quickly, but it does look to me like the energies of this situation are kind of a little stuck and stagnant right now, but tune back in later. Maybe we'll see some change in the future with this situation. If you have any questions for me, go ahead and write the question in the comments below, and I'll be happy to pull a few extra cards for you, and hope to see you around soon.